Before the episode starts, I want to put a trigger warning because there's mention of drug use and other drug-related topics. Viewer discretion is advised. Enjoy.
It's like, bruh, no. You need to. What's your conspiracy on it? Is it like Putin wants to fucking take over the country?
Yeah,
Is it like
he
half
does.
a
He
whole
does.
man?
Yeah.
That's not a conspiracy. That's what's
Yeah.
happening.
That's a fact.
He's like, he's like, you gotta do something in life. You gotta do something.
The conspiracy theory
You
would
can
be
an
Putin wants to
alcoholic,
kiss
that's fine.
the
as long
leader
as
of
you are doing
Ukraine.
something. You can be a coke addict, a heroin addict. But at least if you're doing something in life, then you're fine.
Yeah, okay, I guess.
You see, I can steal the opiates from the hospital.
You can.
And then
He's got. Is he fucking insane? Like, what the fuck is he talking about?
I'm talking about just general life advice.
Are you?
But you can steal opium from the
No, that's opiates is a
opioids,
is a
yeah.
grade of
Yeah.
medical.
Okay,
stuff.
okay.
It's a type of
I love
medicine.
But how is that a
Benadryl.
life lesson? How is that a life lesson?
Hear me out.
All right.
If you're doing jack shit in life,
Yeah.
you have nothing to strive towards.
Yeah.
Nothing, right? If it makes you a boring fucking person. If you tell me, like, you have friends that if you're like, hey man, what's up? What did you do today? And he's like, yeah, not much. How long are you gonna like them? How long?
I don't get what your point is.
So you gotta do something. If you have a friend that is a heroin addict, sure, be a fucking heroin addict, but at least be a fucking good friend and be enjoyable to talk to.
I think if my friend was a heroin addict, I'd try to get them help.
Well,
Yeah.
fun fact,
But if you
you're
can't stop
heroin,
the
be a good
fucker,
friend.
what are you gonna do?
Yeah, you got a point.
Try
Heroin,
heroin.
be a good
Yeah,
You can't stop
do
the
heroin
motherfucker.
together.
What, are you gonna not become his friend because he's a heroin addict, but he's funny as fuck? I have
Hey,
a friend who
bestie,
smokes
let's do
weed every
heroin.
day. Am I gonna stop him? No.
I mean, he is funny.
He is funny.
Yeah.
He is funny. He's the funniest motherfucker probably in that entire friend group. He smokes weed every day and fails all of his classes. Am I gonna tell him that he's not doing shit in his
That's
life? No,
so
because he
fucking-
thinks he's doing shit in life.
Oh, that one hit really close.
Sorry, Bob. I hit a soft spot.
Nah, it's fair. Don't worry, it's
The
fine.
bomb just
No,
No,
shot.
but
Yeah.
do something. Do something with your life. Even if it's bad in the modern day, just do it.
A lot of people that overdose cocaine don't know.
And like as a form of what I could be doing is
As a
stealing
heroin addict.
morphine from the hospital and using it to sell it or use it myself. But I'm not doing that.
All right.
It would be an interesting story when you meet new people, though.
Very enlightening.
Dude, some of that medication that the fucking grandpas use, it's just medication to get you high. It's just like calming medication. And people use that in America. Xanax and stuff.
Yeah,
Xanax,
Xanax. Lean.
What?
Lean.
No, yeah.
Well,
I
it's
mean,
cough
we
syrup,
have
but
codeine.
yeah, codeine.
We have
yeah.
the injectable form, so we just
Yeah. You have the codeine, which is the stuff that's in the cough syrup. You have that in the, like, syringe form.
we have it in syringe form. We have it in pill form. We have it in.
I would like to have your brother as a guest on this podcast one time.
I mean, he already is.
Yeah,
Are you not
kinda.
You
recording?
would have to
I am.
censor the entire.
Good. I mean, he's already recording.
He is.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I
shit.
have been for like 7 minutes, just listening to you go on about the life lesson.
No, it's just when I ramble. Okay, well, you can't be saying where I live though. If they know where fuckers live,
we're not gonna
No.
dox you. That's
No.
do
judgment.
not mention the hospital.
Not sending them guys after you,
No,
bud.
The
actually,
Kundes
at the
Hospital.
nursing home.
The
At the
Kundes
nursing home
Hospital
where I
is the
worked, they did steal the opiates. I was never there when they stole it, but
Like the people that work there,
wait, hold on. What did you say?
The people
They-
that work there.
did
The
they
people that-
steal
yeah,
it?
so the only people that are allowed to touch the opiates are the people that actually work with them. But everyone knows where the fuck they are, right? It's in a box.
Yeah.
You have to get it, and if you have to trust the people that get it. However, nurses in the Netherlands get paid fucking jack, especially if you work at a nursing home where you work with old people that just
Yeah.
shit themselves every single fucking day. You really think a normal nurse making like not bare minimum wage, but just like average wage, he's gonna fucking steal the opiates? What do you think is gonna happen? So
He doesn't get
what
paid
ended up
enough to
happening is
not
a
get
lot of
addicted.
opiates. A lot of opiates they were just selling them.
Yeah, of course. You're
Oh,
not
that's
selling them,
fair.
You're selling them.
Because
Yeah.
it's the purest form, right? Because on the streets you get that shit. That shit's fucking like worst form. worst form, most terrible shit.
Expensive, yeah.
And
That gas station weed.
yeah, it's like it's just not good. It's like it's just not clean. Chances of people dying is high.
Dying and addictive and ODing.
Yeah, and then you get this shit from a fucking nursing home, and it's all good. That was happening. People.
I mean, it's not all good, but it's better.
It's
better.
yeah. It's
I mean, at least
it's
like,
more
if you
controlled.
thinking about it from a drug dealer's perspective, it's actually good because you're actually giving people clean shit instead of fucking shit that's gonna get them killed.
a lot of. I mean, you can get your drugs tested in Holland, but it like like I don't know. I don't think you're gonna go
I don't think you can
to a testing
can,
thing with like.
You can test
And
stuff
some
like
random opioids.
Yeah,
you
no,
can
I don't
test
think you
stuff
can
like
test
MDMA
that.
and ecstasy,
Yeah,
right? Or
yeah, but you can't
ketamine,
like
that type of stuff.
I don't think you can test like heroin and shit. There's certain
No.
ones you're like, hey,
No,
homie.
on top of that, this has
No
to be
one's gonna stop
injected,
me.
right?
I
Yeah,
will test them.
yeah.
So opiates have to be injected. Most of them, you can smoke a
Oh,
couple
you can,
like
yeah, but
opium,
it doesn't have the same effect.
more than you have to inject it.
Mhm.
And I can inject things, but if you give a random motherfucker a needle and he injects it somewhere, that is always never going to be sterile.
Yeah.
So the chances of you getting some weird type of a fucking disease.
I got Hep C from the syringe I found in the fucking Walmart.
No, but that's
parking
not a
lot.
joke.
Denny's.
No, if you find a needle on the floor somewhere, do not touch that motherfucker.
No, yeah, that's
that
fair.
has been inside someone.
I remember
People
I
say that,
went
just keep me
to
away from the yummy heroin.
I went to Belgium for I don't know why. I was like pretty young, and at the like the metro station or whatever they call it, like the tram but underground. Yeah, metro.
Yeah, it's Metro.
There was like boxes on the wall to put dirty needles in. That's how bad like their drug problem was in that area. That they put boxes like don't throw them on the floor, just put them in the like what the fuck.
Have you ever been to a festival, Delano?
No, because I just turned 18 and COVID, and you know.
Oh
so...
yeah. I've been to a couple festivals. One of them was a techno festival.
Oh.
Now, if you know anything about techno shit, is that people take fucking drugs all the fucking time.
Yeah,
now,
but
I
like not
didn't know
needles,
this.
right?
I was convinced to go. I was like, I'm not gonna go. I don't even like this shit. I'm like, no, go. It's gonna be fun. Everyone's gonna be there, and everyone is always nice. I'm like, sure, but I'm gonna drink. So I go there. Beer's fucking €3 a beer. That shit's gonna fucking drain your wallet if you're gonna be staying there till it was from 3 in the afternoon till 12 because of the COVID regulations.
Yeah.
I drank way too fucking much, and I ended up spending like the ticket was 60. The fucking beers I drank in total was €80.
Holy fucking shit!
That's €140 spent on a festival. Then I had a friend who I'm gonna explain in a second how he got the drugs, but he took MDMA with ecstasy. So it took MDMA.
Oh, that's not good.
Fucking hits, and then took another pill of X, or I think a half.
Yeah.
Guy had a fucking awesome night, right? Dude was just walking around. His eyes were like wide open, looked like, and he was a fucking
chewing on his own teeth.
Yeah, I had his glasses, and when you had him, like, yo, dude, can you take off your glasses? He took off his glasses, and you could just only see white. It's like his eyes were fucking huge. It was super funny.
Fucking bulging out of his skull.
Guess how much he spent for the M and the X? But he friend.
It's not that much, right? It's like 5 a pill, I think. Is that low?
He spent 10 in total.
Yeah.
It was 10 in total.
Yeah, and
Plus
you have like a way better night.
So when I heard how much he spent on these fucking drugs, I'm like,
can a homie get a bite?
I saw you walking around that party, and you had a fucking great night.
Yeah.
But you spent 10. I spent 80.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, that's why. It's literally more healthy to get drugs.
It's not more.
Fucking...
It's less. Yeah. Because it's not healthy, but it's like it's less bad.
The hangover is worse. So the next day he was fucked. Like he was just tired as fuck, depressed as fuck.
Yeah.
Like I was not worried because I knew why he was depressed, but it just was not a good look.
He was a sad man.
Yeah, that's with
isn't that just convincing? And you know how people bring this shit into festivals?
What?
Shove them up their ass.
No, that's
put it between your balls.
Yeah.
I'm not even joking. The guy that brought it in had it in a packet.
Women put it between their tits because they're like, you know, If
Yeah,
people
yeah,
do
yeah, yeah.
touch them there, it's like, oh, that's that's
between
sex.
between the titties or just like
You know,
in your underpants.
Yeah.
Like it just like very in yeah.
Because
Because
like
So
the
that's
pill is
chances
like
the
so
chances of people
small.
looking there, one,
Yeah.
they don't do it. Like the
No
first
one's gonna
few
touch your
guys go in
balls.
and you just see where they search you, and then you can just continue going. And then another friend of mine, he was like, I'm not gonna drink that much alcohol in there because it's gonna be expensive as fuck. So I'm gonna bring a flask of vodka, but I'm gonna hide it depending on where they search me. If they search your socks, then you can't hide anything in your socks. But if they don't check your socks, you can just put something in your sock. So
Yeah.
he was in the back row. Everyone was getting searched. I was getting searched, and the fucker didn't even touch my socks. So this friend just puts the flask in his sock, gets searched, they don't find the fucking flask, and he gets in, and we're just at the festival, just like dancing, and he just pulls out the flask, and I was like, how did you get the
An
flask?
entire fucking bottle of vodka out
No,
of
a
his.
flask, like it's just
Oh, I was
you know,
gonna say-
one of those
I
metal
I
ones.
was gonna say he took a liter
He's got
bottle.
big
Put
feet.
the ball straight in his ass.
Flask.
Those are calves, bro. Holy
Yeah,
shit!
God damn,
No, it's
bro.
a flask. It's a little flask, and I was taking so many swigs out of that shit. It was so fun, and like you can see everyone around is just like, how the fuck did he get that in? It's like, yeah, don't worry about it.
Put it between my ball sack.
No, the other guy,
Yeah,
I've
in
been
the
bricked
sock.
up
Put the
constantly.
flask between my cock and nuts.
the other guy had a plastic bag, a little plastic bag, like the same one you put your
Used
weed
for
in,
like weed, yeah.
and then
Oh, yeah.
he put a bunch of pills in. I think he in total had like he had a
Shove
lot
like
of shit.
15 in
Because
them or some shit.
we were with like a group of 10 or 12 people, so it's like he was at least the pack was filled, and he had it in his fucking underpants between his balls, and I'm like, yo, bro, how did you get it in? How'd you get it in? He's like,
Put it on my nuts.
I don't want to talk about it, but don't smell them.
Oh my
Like, you
God.
nasty motherfucker. But yeah, you gotta go to a festival at least once.
I will
Don't do
when
drugs.
like
If you
don't do
want to do them,
drugs
do them
if you do them.
responsibly,
Yeah.
and try LSD.
That is on my
Okay.
list of things to
That'll be
try.
the takeaway.
Alright.
So I'll never get all of this other than take LSD.
Mushrooms. One.
I want to do mushrooms.
Wait, hold on. How would you take them? Will you just eat them straight or
The
mix them into
mushrooms?
tea?
Well,
Yeah,
I've
so-
heard because from what I've seen,
Talking
like
about
they're
mushrooms.
just
I've never
like
tried them.
really fucking gross.
Hmm.
So the best way is to like make a smoothie and then drink it, but then
Yeah,
the effect
or a
can
tea.
be less, or a tea.
Making
But
a
it's like-
fucking mushroom smoothie.
Smoothie.
Yeah, because it's gross like to just eat them.
I'd rather just eat them and then make unga bunga noises than blend them up in a smoothie.
No, but a drink is like easier to consume than to just eat them.
Have you watched?
Or I
Like,
boil them with my pasta.
have you watched a nature documentary? High.
No, not
That was
yet.
The
I literally my
you
plan,
have to
my
do that
fucking.
shit.
Yeah,
my
Faz, we're
fucking
gonna go
plan-
to the zoo,
yeah,
right?
My plan.
That's the plan.
For like when I was 18, I was gonna get high with Delano.
Let's
was gonna
go.
to the
I
zoo
really
with him.
fucking want to do
Well,
this.
the thing is, I get very
Monkeys.
lazy when I'm on that shit.
Yeah.
So to go to the zoo is too much effort.
I have to walk
We'll just put you in like a
around.
wheelchair.
I would just go in my
Yeah.
go in my bed and just like watch fucking the Netflix nature.
Yeah,
shit.
nature documentaries.
I was watching fucking cats, like it was called The Big Cats. And it was just lions and shit and tigers, and I'm just like, oh, I can't fucking handle this shit.
like, oh my god, that's a fucking cat.
It's like,
You're gonna
wow,
go
dude.
meow.
Fucking
Holy
cat.
shit. Oh my god, is that a fucking cat? Oh,
There's
come
a
here, bud.
strange fucking
Cat,
cat outside.
Oh my god, there's a cat. Holy shit.
You know, my mom was talking. If this cat ever dies, we're gonna.
I'm gonna kill
Taxidermy.
myself. That's what's gonna happen.
Taxidermy.
No.
That'd be fun.
Look, we got a. Oh my god, dude, is that a fucking.
It could be a
cat?
family project. Let's taxidermy our own
Taxidermy
cat.
the cat.
No.
Instead of having family dinner, you have family
cat is fucking
taxidermy.
fun.
Mm-hmm.
No. Nah, she's cute, but she's a retard.
The best kind of cute.
This little baby boy or baby girl.
It's a cat. Yeah, it's a.
I don't like
I
the term
kinda
baby
wanna
girl
go to
because
the
one of my
gym,
friends
but
used to
at the
call his
same
girlfriend
time-
baby girl.
Oh, that's bad. I'm sorry. Like I'm.
Yeah.
Right now,
and-
right now she's
uh,
Mm,
It flew up.
So
So, anyways,
to the
welcome
.wav
to the .wav
podcast.
podcast. That was I'm gonna have to censor a couple bits because I don't want to incriminate anyone.
What?
What?
Yeah, okay.
The part where we spoke
racism.
about not that.
Racism.
That's not even the worst. It's probably that you like incriminated yourself for stealing and for stealing. What was it?
Nah, we don't even know his identity. It's
Oh,
fine.
that's true.
Who
Yeah.
is that man in your house?
Yeah, we'll just like
Yeah.
put like a
Mysterious
voice
Who's this-
changer,
who's
voice
this-
changer.
Who's this weird? Nah, like you don't even
You
need
know
to
the
do that.
mysterious stranger perk from Fallout?
Yeah, that works. But yeah,
Welcome.
I want to try mushrooms, but I don't think I would be mentally prepared for that right now.
I already have hallucinogen.
I did.
You okay?
Hey,
So,
want to try
no, I'm
heroin?
Yeah. Wait, who wants to try heroin? Heroin?
I
Heroin.
mean,
Eat
that's
a
not where
little
you
bit of
inject that
heroin.
shit.
You inject it here?
Yeah.
Yeah, right there.
Well, you inject it into a vein, but
Can you do it here?
no, that's that's just gonna hit an artery.
And I'm gonna die.
You do it to a
You're not
penis
gonna die.
vein.
Can you do it into a penis vein?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm taking heroin.
He's taking
Yeah.
heroin.
The
He's
fuck?
taking
You
heroin.
get, you get, so people actually do that shit, you know.
Why? Why would
Well,
you do
if
that?
you-
I mean, it's really easy to see the vein.
You can. What I'm gonna say, if you guys do not believe me, then look it the fuck up. But if you get an injectable form of a methamphetamine,
Google
so like any amphetamine, any stimulant, take meth, take fucking any type of fucking ADHD medication, get a fucking
Oh.
injectable form of that,
Oh.
inject it into your penis, and some people
It's gonna get erect.
just like spontaneously get erect
Mm.
and come everywhere. Look up injectable.
Only
form
look it up. Only
No,
you're
don't.
gonna-
Yeah, okay.
injectable
Only you're the
Oli,
one
go.
to look it up.
methamphetamine
Only look it up.
All right. Well, I
Causes-
found
Give
a
us a-
news article.
Hold
Hold
on.
on. I found a news article about a video of a dude injecting heroin into his cock. In
Amphetamine
Bristol. It's in
in-
Bristol.
Oh god.
injectable.
injectable. You know what? Penis.
Or just like you don't have to.
Penile methamphetamine injections. Surgical intervention for penile methamphetamine injections. After.
I mean, either we would have talked about like the shit that's going on with Ukraine, and we would have been,
No,
been
because that's boring.
yeah, no, but either that, and we would have it would have been flagged by YouTube, or we
No.
talk about injecting ketamine or heroin into our
Okay.
dicks.
Methamphetamine. Those are neither one.
Or stimulant.
Is ketamine and methamphetamine? No, it isn't.
No, it's a horse tranquilizer.
If you mean, is it possible to ejaculate sometime after taking a shot of meth? Yes, generally. Some guys have a hard time keeping it up after taking meth. Hold on, we have to go. Look
It's the
shit
same
up.
as when you're drunk.
So
But
and
others are
and
instantly
now.
ready for any kind of sexual experience. They can just about
Is it
anyone.
like, you just kind of like the fucking penis and just ah.
Yeah.
So like a. Why do I come sometimes when injecting meth?
It is.
Is that a
actually-
question that
Keep
you're
it up,
asking,
keep
or
it up.
are you
No,
reading
it's on
that?
Quora, it's on Quora.
Oh, I was gonna
My
say.
wife got a point. Oh my shot! The first time she tried slamming, a friend of ours did her first slam. So she let him. She was laying on her back on her bed, injected her when she was wearing one thing, no bra. And she screamed, "Oh fucking!" Instantly orgasmed after soaking her. What the fuck is this?
I don't want.
I'm not
I don't
even
want
watching
to.
this
I
shit.
don't want to
Anyways,
fucking
it's very fucking common.
for people to get hard or orgasm.
No, to literally ejaculate or just orgasm.
Just randomly.
I
So, you
guess-
know who got injectable forms of methamphetamine?
You.
You know what?
So,
You know who did that shit?
Who?
Hitler.
Roosevelt.
Oh,
yeah,
Hitler took injectable forms of amphetamines. Look it up. Not even joking.
I've
funny.
heard of that.
no, what if I take zinc as well?
That's actually a powerful combo.
I think I have the way I can defeat Putin. I'll just walk up there with my throbbing penis and then ejaculate all over him.
And then just start fucking him.
You two could have a sword fight.
Sword fight.
fight it out like real
That'd
men.
be funny as fuck. It's like type of medical podcast. Just talk about this type of shit.
Let's
Breaking
become the heroin podcast.
the
Heroin
heroin.
podcast.
Where we all
yeah.
shoot
If you want-
heroin
If
and
you want
then-
heroin, I'll connect you.
No,
Yeah.
I'm fine.
I'll be in
Yeah.
Holland at some point. I'll meet you.
Yeah,
What? What did he say?
we can do
He's,
it in real life.
he's gonna go over to the
podcast.
Netherlands soon.
Oh,
One of these guys.
if you're interested about drugs,
No. I
can
don't
look
think
you up.
I don't
then
think
you have
Holy
to
would
try
be
it, yeah.
would
'Cause
be.
this is the only country that's quite lenient on this shit.
That's
get it for-
true. Yeah,
You can get
but
it really cheap.
yeah,
No,
but
you
fucking
can get it
everywhere.
just like really fucking easy.
you shouldn't be a
and
tourist
cops don't
in
regulate- no
Amsterdam
cops
just
don't.
getting ecstasy
Hey,
from
so are
some
you going to
random
the gym?
dealer.
I'm like,
No, that's why I know mine.
this
That's
is
why I
my.
wanted to be a doctor until now.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna go play Montreal in the
This is-
background, boys.
This
Wait,
is my.
so you're okay? Yeah.
What's up?
What's
this
up?
is my
Us too.
educational. This
Yeah,
is
this is-
Fasa's brother, a fourth-year nursing student, who
Yeah.
gets
Does
in
not
contact with medical
steal- oh.
drugs. And oh, for the record, I don't steal the drugs. I just see the reports of stealing drugs.
Allegedly.
Does it happen a
allegedly.
lot?
Well, so in the hospital it doesn't, right? Because
Yeah.
in the hospital they're quite serious about the shit. Plus, there's not. It's quite hard to steal. It's not at the place you work. Most of the time, it's in a different facility.
Yeah.
So you have to walk back and forth unless you work at that specific facility, and even then it's hard.
Golden. Oh, never mind.
What?
I was gonna say then you're golden if you work there.
Oh yeah.
I take a bit of methamphetamine. No, not methamphetamine, just amphetamines on the way out. Go home.
Well, they label every single thing and they count how many
Oh,
there
yeah,
are. So
that's
if they
true.
do get stolen, then
Shit.
they have to check. But
Yeah.
in nursing homes, nursing homes are all across the Netherlands. People like
Old.
get given these medications just like very fucking easily.
They're like, "Shut up, Grandpa," and then they give him some.
Grandpa, take your normal
Amphetamines.
pills.
Yeah, they give Grandpa some Xanax. And if he doesn't fucking listen, they'll inject him some, like, especially when they're old and they're dying and they have a lot of pain, they give a lot of morphine to these people. And
It's kind of sad, actually.
Yeah.
it is sad, but in nursing homes, it gets stolen a lot because in the nursing homes, people come and go. Like, there's so many people that work at nursing homes, they go there for once a month. They just work to all sorts of places and they just go there once a month. And yeah, they steal that shit. And that's when they kind of changed the regulations that only trusted people can touch the opiates.
Yeah.
But even then, it's so hard
Yeah.
to keep track on that.
Nice.
But yeah, like it was
The
great, man.
hustle.
In the hospital, you hand people these medications, right? And you're handing them, and it's like you're labeling it, right? It's like, okay, this medication is for that, this medication is for that. And then
Yeah.
you see like a list of the pain-killing medications, and it's just like, oh, this is a type of morphine. This is the type of morphine. This is a type of morphine. And I'm just like, I of course I don't have any interest in taking morphines or any opiates. I
Yeah.
don't care about that. But what if I would steal this right now? Like, how hard is it to track me down? How hard is that?
Probably
Because
not
it's-
that hard because people do it a lot.
Yeah.
Or quite a
I
lot.
think they'll just go, oh, it's missing. 5th time this week.
Well,
Fuck.
I don't know if but yeah, in a way.
Or you go up to the person, you say, this is the medications, say you've given them, and then you keep the one pill that was an opiate, like a morphine pill, you keep that in your fucking hand.
Oh.
You keep that in your fucking hand. Do not give it to the patient, because the patient's already fucking old as fuck. And you think
Yeah.
she's gonna fucking remember what pill she took? I
Dude.
guarantee you, even a person that's 60 years old in there doesn't understand what the fuck she's taking because there's so many pills of them. So if you're
Yeah.
missing one and you put that in your pocket, you don't get searched. At least I never got searched when I go in and out of the hospital.
Starts with
it's-
one and ends with a whole pack.
Yeah. Yeah. If you just say, like, oh, I given the patient this medication and you just keep it in your pocket.
I think you need to
what I find so weird.
clarify that you don't steal the
No,
morphine.
I don't. I don't.
Okay.
They can fucking search me at any time they want. Like, it's.
But it's just like it just shows how easy it is.
Yeah.
Or how easy it
Yeah.
would be.
How
Well, I'm
easy it would
curious.
be.
Did
have
you
a
also have to
question.
Yeah, go on.
Have you had people come in like faking an illness or like something to get those pills?
Oh
Not in
yeah.
not in hospitals, no. So the place I work at, so you have different like every section of the hospital is meant for different types of patients.
Oh yeah.
So I happen to be at a certain facility where like you don't instantly go to it. Most patients they go from the ER, the emergency room. This is like people that they come there with an ambulance and then
Mm-hmm.
from there they get placed to a different room. So if you have like a
Yeah.
fucking heart attack, you go to a heart room. If you have a fucking lung problem, you go to the lung section.
Yeah.
Where I work at, um, it's one of those facilities that you get transferred from.
Oh yeah.
So I don't get patients that come in and are like, "Oh, I have pain." That's not how that works. But I've never experienced a patient faking something. What I have experienced is people saying they have a shit ton of pain. They have like, "Oh, I have so much pain. I have so much pain," and like,
So they want like the
yeah,
morphine or whatever.
yeah, they want to know what it feels like. This is it's very common.
They just want to be put under like meds just to feel what it's like.
Yeah,
I
I
think it
mean,
would be a lot cheaper to get heroin from the street than go into a hospital, fake that you're in pain, and then.
no, no, but if you already had an illness,
Oh yeah, actually yeah,
so
yeah,
sometimes patients come in and they have a disease which just requires them to go into the hospital, right? If you have a fracture somewhere, then you have to get it. You
yeah,
have to get it. You have to go to the hospital to get it fixed. And so when they're there, some of these people are like 40 years old and are like, "Damn, I wonder what it feels like to try morphine." And they just like you can fake having pain
yeah,
like a lot because pain is subjective to everyone, and it's very inhumane to say no, you're not in pain.
yeah,
Right? Some of these people are like, I have so much pain. Like motherfucker, you don't have pain at all. You can tell that these people don't have pain.
yeah.
But
But
if
you
you
can't
say
say that.
you
Yeah.
can't say that, so you have to just accept the fact that
Yeah,
they want that. So that's then they get oxycodone. So oxycodone is an opiate. Um, it's an opiate that is basically the same as morphine but in pill form,
yeah,
and they take it and like oxycodone is sold on the street. People take this shit.
yeah.
Like it's
I've heard
very
of that.
yeah, people oxycodone. It's very common, and it's just like it numbs you entirely. It's kind of the same way alcohol numbs the body, but
Just quicker, I'm
oxy.
guessing.
What did you say?
I'm guessing it's just a lot quicker because you just take the pill.
Yeah,
Boom.
and it's it's what I was about to say is 100 like way stronger than alcohol.
Yeah.
It's just like a numbing effect, and people enjoy it. Especially, I think if you would have a lot of stress and shit,
Oh yeah,
then
that's fair.
I would put the Oxycontin in the lean
Don't
instead of a Jolly Rancher.
put the yeah. No,
Now hear
I'm
me out.
alright. Did you also have to like clean old people and shit?
yeah,
Because
yeah,
you
yeah,
worked in
yeah,
like a
yeah, yeah.
nursing home or like for your study.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That is part of nursing, honestly.
Yeah,
So
it
I talk
is.
about the
Yeah,
medications. I can imagine so the doctors prescribe the medications. I don't actually get to decide what type of medication
yeah.
they get. So I'd imagine some of these doctors take this shit on the daily.
The doctors
But
take
anyway,
the fucking oxycodone.
no, no, no. But I'm just saying, like they have way more access to it.
Oh yeah,
Like a doctor can say, "I'm prescribing this patient these drugs,"
yeah, and then
and
they
then
just
end
go
up
pick
taking
it
them
up
themselves.
themselves. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah. Or you just have like a friend that is like, I prescribe him this medication,
yeah,
and that friend just goes and sells that shit. Anyways,
yeah. But
I
that's the same with
I don't
like
actually.
what you hear in like under students. Like there's some motherfucker with ADHD who gets like who takes Ritalin and
Yeah,
then he
yeah, yeah,
goes
yeah, yeah.
sell it because
It's
Like
crooked.
a longer?
no, I don't do that. But like I've
Mm.
heard of people doing that.
So do you have ADHD or
I have
anything?
well ADD, but it's basically the same.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So in the situation that you would be, so this is like I've heard this story like from several people with ADHD, is that in theory what you could do is go to the doctor, say you lost your bottle of
Yeah,
your Ritalin, and they get you a new one instantly. You can get a new one instantly because a very common symptom of ADHD and ADD is losing your fucking
Yeah.
shit. So
Yeah.
if your bottle gets lost, then that's common with the disease or with the symptoms of that ADHD or ADD.
Yeah.
So these people can literally start selling this shit. So Delano, you're what study are you doing now?
I'm in MBO, art school type beat.
Yeah. So I'm in college, right? So
Yeah,
nursing
college, yeah.
nursing college, and the first day I walked into that bitch, didn't know anybody. I was like, "Hey, what's up, everyone?" And then you had to do this like very classy. Everyone, introduce
Oh
themselves.
yeah.
Say your name and a fact about yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that type shit. And then it's like, okay, you now get into groups, and you got to do this like fucking awkward as assignment together. And we're doing
Yeah.
this assignment, and some guy starts talking about like, "Oh, dude, I can't concentrate with this shit. You know, I can't concentrate. I have a hard time making these assignments." The one fucking guy in the corner of the group was like,
You need
"You know, I
some
got,
fucking
I got something for that. You know, I
Yeah.
got something for that." It was the first fucking day. Motherfucker already was trying to sell
What the
his shit.
fuck?
He's a
This is
grappler.
I mean, it happens a lot. Like when like exams are taken, a lot of people take unprescribed Ritalin or whatever medication
I was
because
actually
Adderall, like stuff like that.
Adderall,
yeah,
Adderall or Ritalin, one of each.
yeah,
But it's actually you get heard. People tell you all the time like, "Oh, Ritalin, you know, gets you concentrating and shit." I was actually I was not convinced yet, but I was thinking about it. What if I would take Ritalin before my the
exam.
60 for my exams, the 17-year-old exams?
Yeah,
Um, I was like, do I do this shit? Because if I need it anymore in my life, it would be now.
yeah,
Like that would be the best time. And I ended up not doing it. I had a friend who had ADHD, and he was also taking them. He was like, "Yeah, exams are coming up. I'm gonna start taking them again. I've not been taking them for a while, but I'm gonna take them because I need the concentration."
yeah.
And I'm like, "Can I
Can
maybe
a
if
homie?
in the hypothetical situation that I
Yeah,
would want them, can I have them?" He's like, "Yeah, you can have them. Like the it's like a bottle. It's like
yeah.
you can take them whenever you want."
Well,
And
if
then
you're
also
like of
like,
same like body posture and weight, it's like not much can go wrong. There's not
well,
like
you can. It's a stimulant. Like you can OD on it pretty quickly. You can get a heart attack pretty quickly from it. But
yeah, but I
yeah,
mean, if you're
just
like if you're
generally speaking,
yeah,
if you're just safe with it and you only take one pill, then you're
not much
fine.
should happen. Not
No,
much bad
and
at least.
it's like kind of like an epidemic among college students, but also just university students
Yeah.
because it's just like really easy to get. And apparently, I haven't experimented with it, so I wouldn't know. But the effects of it are crazy.
Well, I've started taking because I used to take meds for ADD, but then I stopped for a while because like it made me feel kind of whack. Like I
Yeah,
felt like almost like emotionless,
yeah,
which
yeah, yeah.
sucked. So I was like, no, fuck that. I'll just not
Hollow
take them.
ginger boy.
Yeah, a hollow ginger boy type beat, and but I started taking them again, like last week, and it's like it's not much different. It's just a lot like you can just focus for longer. Like you don't have the urge to because normally it's like, oh shit, I see something or my phone vibrates or whatever, or
Yeah.
thought is like, okay, go make something else or whatever. And with those it's just like, well, you can just concentrate for longer, but the effects aren't, personally I don't think they're that strong, but I guess for someone who doesn't need them, they can be um different
Somewhat
or
helpful.
somewhat
Yeah,
helpful. Yeah.
yeah. It's kind of insane that but like how long have you been prescribed it?
I I would say like end of primary school, so I was like 13ish, and then I stopped taking them at like 16, 17, 16, 17, and then now I'm taking them again because they just help like that little extra bit that is really useful. But yeah,
That's it. That's cool. Man.
but it's
You know
really
the-
easy to get them, and
Yeah.
yeah.
You know the most widestream available stimulant is caffeine.
Oh
So
yeah, yeah.
people start their days with cups of caffeine.
Or like Monster or like energy in general.
I start most of my days with a crisp Pepsi Max in the morning. I am a crippling
there's-
addict.
Caffeine as well.
Like
I'm currently drinking one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go to the fucking gym and always take pre-workout before I go. It's like yeah, you have to. And the thing is with caffeine is it's widely accepted, right? People
Yeah.
just say, yeah, we
Yeah.
just take it. It's normal, right? It's in coffee.
Yeah, it's
People say it all the time. It's in coffee. We're like, what's it gonna do? My dad, matter of fact, takes 8 cups of coffee in the morning
What the
before he
fuck?
goes to
What
like
the-
throughout the morning. 8
Oh,
cups.
yeah.
Oh, I've always just had one.
Just start
stick,
chugging
half
them
a
like
cup.
8 after one.
No,
like,
not like 8 espresso shots, but 8
Yeah.
cups of coffee.
yeah.
And
8 times what, like 23 milligrams?
well,
Caffeine?
I don't know. He takes the espresso.
You think espresso?
He does the.
Oh,
I
that's
don't know what the
strong,
fuck he
right?
does. Yeah, he takes some heavy shit. Anyways,
I feel sorry
Uh,
for your family
big
toilet
dude.
after that.
yeah, I don't know how the fuck he does it, but like it's a widespread like available
accepted.
stimulant and it's accepted, but we don't know. Well, it has some of it's just like it raises your heart rate, it makes you more focused. It's a
Yeah.
stimulant, but I don't
does
understand
that?
how something like caffeine, which I don't. If you've ever taken pre-workout, you know the effects of it. Like you just feel like you're fucking really,
Woke.
really focused.
Yeah.
Yeah, woke as fuck. I
Yeah,
haven't
because-
I haven't
I think
taken Ritalin, but I would be very fucking surprised.
I just
If it
woke
wasn't the
up
same.
in my living room.
What?
Good morning, Duke.
Good morning.
I think I
Hey,
fell.
Duke,
I
wanna
think
try
I had
some
a
drugs?
narcolepsy moment and started sleepwalking.
Hey,
Shit.
want to try? Hey, you want to try some drugs?
Yeah, we're
No.
talking about Ritalin and stuff. But yeah, no,
Fucking-
caffeine
it's
is
fucking 407.
caffeine is widely accepted.
I think it's because it was like a replacement for like sugar in most drinks. So people are like,
I've
oh,
been
cool.
asleep for
I'm gonna have
half
some
an
sugar."
hour.
Yeah,
You know, I was kind of wondering now why you.
I was
went
yeah, I was
silent.
like,
It
why
makes
is
sense.
Duke so quiet? Is he just listening or
you had
oh,
just
he
like this
fell
fucking.
asleep?
He fell asleep and had a dream about drugs.
He was just here. Hey, want to try drugs?
Gonna
Oh
try
yes.
some fucking drugs.
No, I
Yeah,
was in
that-
my. I don't know where the fuck I was. I woke up in my living room.
All right.
I don't remember being here.
Hmm.
You
Well,
wake
no,
up
because
just
my
happened.
last remember is like I was on my computer. I don't know where the fuck I went after that, but I ended up in the living room.
Just in the living room, like murmuring, Adderall,
Adderall.
Adrenaline.
Ketamine.
Oh, cat.
Mm.
Have you ever seen people that are on cat?
No, but it
Uh,
is kind of similar to like ecstasy. I
Yeah.
think. I mean, it's
Yeah,
used
yeah,
as
yeah.
tranquilizer for horses, but if you
Yeah,
take it in
that-
small
that's-
amounts, it
When I was
The motherfucker that invented it used it for tranquilizing horses. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure. But after that, it just kind of went everywhere.
yeah.
at some point
Yeah.
in in high school before I was in college, we had to watch a video about how like what overdosing on ketamine can do because it's very popular in UK party scenes.
Yeah.
And there's this
Yeah,
dude
yeah,
just
yeah.
pulling like saliva out of his stomach with a syringe because he
Pulling
couldn't
a
like
what?
get it out of his mouth. Oh, sorry, my MS is chunderin.
Yeah, I can tell.
Hold on.
Are you downloading a game?
I wish I was downloading a game, but no.
Imagine
just
how
the
bad
The
internet
it
fucking
can be.
the fucking new
Yeah.
list of porn just came in.
Oh shit.
If only it could have been Elden Ring.
Oh no.
Wait, hold on. I'll try to leave a rejoin.
It's like the 8K
Mm-hmm.
8K
The
porn.
8K furry porn.
that is disgusting.
The porn got me.
Oh no. Shit.
You know what, guys? I think I'm gonna go back to sleep. It's been a nice 2 minutes.
All right. Sleep
Yeah.
well.
No.
But yeah, the
Oh,
The
like
cat.
what?
I want to
Yeah,
know
when you
what
when
cat.
you OD on it, am I fine now or?
It's
You're
all right.
sort of fine.
Alright, but when you OD on it, because you can't like get saliva out of your throat anymore, you need to extract it out of your belly
Oh,
button with a
yeah.
syringe. It is disgusting. And there's this just dude over the sink's like, yeah, took too much cat. I think
Oh,
just
it's like
oozed
one
out
of
the
those
saliva.
anti-drug campaigns.
Yeah, and he's just pulling it out, telling a story about how he was at a party shooting cat.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
You know those like the early 2000 American anti-drug campaigns
Oh,
or like
hell
ads. Those
yeah.
are the funniest, dude. They're like it's like some guy taking a hit off a joint and then like they turn into like meth zombies and they're like, this is what drugs do to you, and it's just the
Yeah,
funniest
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Dude, as someone who grew up seeing those,
If
I
for like
remember there
little
was
kids,
this one
those are
with like where like a dude takes like a single hit on some fucking weed, his dog starts talking to him.
yeah,
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
seen
yeah.
that.
I remember watching that with my older cousins, and they just said to me, "I was like, bro, if I take a hit off a joint and my dog starts
That'd be
talking,
lit.
I'm
That would be
messaging my
fucking lit.
dealer and asking for another fucking out."
No, but that's just like what they want us to hear about drugs, right? Because
They
they're
don't. None of the the scare tactic ads don't even fucking work.
no, they don't.
No,
They don't. But
because it's the
if
wrong
you're very young and
approach.
if you're very young and impressionable, and you come from a sort of well cultured and not like bad
No, it fucking doesn't.
society.
The DARE program caused more people to do drugs.
They
No, but
found the issue.
No, but
guys
if you come from
chatting
Oh.
if you come from a nice neighborhood and people tell you this shit like, oh, you know, these drugs, they will fucking make your dog talk to you,
Yeah,
whisper
like
to you in your
that's it.
sleep.
Like if
You know,
people,
that is what people want people to hear. But instead, you have people like from worse neighborhoods or just people that are curious. They'll
that's
just
the
start taking
thing.
it.
That's the thing. Like people, it's the problem is that we make like campaigns or ads about it, like, oh, you shouldn't do it and it's illegal, it's bad. But what you should do is educate people on the dangers and the other effects on it, so they know what it is. You shouldn't be like, weed can make your dog talk or some shit. Like that doesn't help. That's cool. Like everyone wants
I want to
that.
live about Cliff with the big red dog, but he can talk.
No, but the thing is that drugs, just like alcohol and weed, have a very low chance of you like ODing on them and
Yeah.
dying. Of course, everything is a toxin at high dosages. Like you can overdose yourself on water, for
Yeah,
example. You
yeah.
can overdose yourself on
Holy fuck.
sugar. You can overdose yourself on caffeine. It happens. A guy in Australia took like 5 scoops of pre-workout before he went to the gym, had a heart attack, died.
Yeah,
It
but
happens.
that's with
But
everything.
it's with everything, right? But the thing is that you need to take quite a lot of alcohol, quite a lot of weed, quite a lot of caffeine before you start hallucinating and dying.
Yeah.
It's different with stuff like cocaine and heroin. You can do, if you're very fucking good at this shit, you can take a very little bit, have a very good night, and you will be fine. But the
Yeah.
problem is that it has a very high probability that you
If
will
you're
try
very
more.
good, I have a PhD in
Yeah.
drug
Yeah, I have a
You got-
PhD and a master's degree.
fucking 2 PhDs, my study. Yeah, if you're very fucking good at this
wrote
shit,
my
you can-
thesis on this.
yeah, wrote my thesis on it, dude. If you're very good at this shit, you will be fine.
Like if
Like,
you're educated enough and
if
you
you're
know what
educated
the
on
fuck happens.
I went up the fucking druggy skill.
Yeah, but that's
tree, bro,
that's
don't
the
worry.
thing, right?
it's the
like,
same way. It's the same way. Like, I had this talk with like cars versus motorcycles.
Oh yeah.
Why would you get a car
Yeah.
that is like a car is generally safer, right?
Well, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
motorcycles are more fun. You're in the
Yeah.
open, you have 2 wheels, you can move around a lot.
Yeah.
It's much more fun. The difference is between a car and a motorcycle, if you get like your most average
If you think
car,
motorcycles more fun than a car. You haven't had much fun in a car.
yeah. If you just get the most basic car, like even if you
No,
get a
that's the
fucking
best one. Then you
manual,
can fucking destroy it on the
Oh,
road.
it's shitty.
yeah.
People fucking
But with a car, if you get a normal baseline car with a, even if you get a manual, the chances
Mhm.
of you fucking up your chance of you dying is very low. With airbags and all shit, the chance
Yeah.
of you
In a
dying are very
ceiling.
fucking low.
Yeah, but with
And the
a
ceiling.
motorcycle, it's a lot easier to
the
die.
motorcycle, the chances of you dying because you're not being very careful in the motorcycle, the chance of you dying is higher, but it
Yeah,
is more fun.
obviously.
But it is more fun. So what I'm saying is, people like to do dangerous things, but if you're careful with it, you get the same result if you use a safe substance that has been used throughout the years, for example, alcohol. The chance of you getting like dying from that shit is low.
But it still
So,
happens.
but
Yeah,
it
it still
happens.
happens.
So if you want to drive that fucking motorcycle and have a better chance of dying than if you were in a car, fucking do it, but get well educated on this shit. You know, I hear people so many fucking festival, like, well, I went twice to a festival, but people go there and don't know what the fuck they're taking.
Yeah, that's
It's like,
that's
oh, yeah, you want to try speed? Well,
there's
like, what does it
enough
do? Just
people.
take it.
There's enough people at
Don't do that
festivals who
shit.
are like, some guy has pills, you don't know who they're from and what they are, and they're like, shit, let me take 5. But because you,
phony.
yeah, but that's,
Private.
but like that's the thing, like my parents have always been like really open about drugs and whatever, and I was always really interested in it, and I like to research do research on it and like see the effects and side effects, and that's why my parents have always been like, we can't tell you not to do drugs because you will anyways if you want to. Just be careful and educate yourself. That's it. And that's a lot better than parents who are like, drugs are bad, all drugs, don't do drugs. Wah. Because
If
then
you
you're
do
just,
the drugs, the devil will take your
yeah,
soul.
your dog will start talking and call you
I want my
slurs.
dog to start talking.
Dog,
That's
you
not
whisper,
a good
dog,
thing to
sleep.
hear.
Your dog will inject you heroin.
Your
No,
dog will start fucking you.
Yeah, your dog will fuck you from
What?
behind. We'll hump you to
I
death.
don't take the drugs anymore.
Um,
Get fucked.
There's a part of me that wish I never woke up for this.
There's a part of me that would have wanted my dog to whisper while I was sleeping.
I want my
No.
dog to read out my IP address, which has no difference between living in the same house.
If you do the
Well,
weed,
it's
your
not-
dog will start reciting your IP address.
Jim,
No,
fuck
but
up on the mic and
it's-
just say
He
your IP
forgets
address.
IP address. Broken.
It's a way more dangerous substance. Most of the drugs, like the hard drugs that people talk about,
Yeah.
they have a higher probability of you getting fucked. But there's also, if you go on a motorcycle, it's a higher probability to get fucked on whilst you're driving.
But
So
that's
it's like,
that's the
that
same.
doesn't and also the research on this shit is fucking bullshit, right? They say, right, long-term use of like drugs can lead to heart problems, heart
Yeah, but
attacks,
what
that type of stuff.
drugs are you talking? Because there's
I'm mostly talking about MDMA, ecstasy,
Okay, so, like, hard
ketamine,
drugs
the
then.
stimulants,
Yeah,
stimulant
okay.
use. Most of the time, it leads to fucking heart problems. It
Yeah.
leads to fucking organ failure.
Yeah.
True, but the thing is, people aren't taking this shit every single day. That's never what people. Well, there are some people that use it, of course. You can.
Well, if you're talking
figure
about
that
like
for yourself.
heroin and shit, then yes. Well, not every day, but then it's a different case.
Majority of
But
them.
if
Yeah,
you're
but
if
the
you're talking about
research-
party drugs like LSD, the thing with LSD, I'm not 100% sure, but I think you can't get mentally addicted to it because after you've taken it, you're like,
Yeah,
okay,
have
I'm
a
done.
tolerance.
Maybe like in a year or two, I'll do it again. And
Yeah.
but that's the thing. People categorize everything as one drug. People are like, oh, if you do drugs, your teeth will fall out, or you're fucking this and that. But that's only if you take heroin and you take it for like a couple years. With weed, for like people compare in America, this is like a bigger problem than here in Holland, I think, because here it's like, we're pretty educated and like open about it and stuff. But it's there, like weed is still in some states, it's still seen as like the gateway drug, and it's
Yeah.
on the same list as heroin, which doesn't
And then
really
there's
make sense.
Ohio, which
Yeah.
decriminalized everything.
Yeah,
Really?
they
It
did.
came out of fucking nowhere.
What-
Everything?
Basically, yeah.
No,
Why?
I couldn't fucking tell you, but I
Ohio,
remember
it
when
fucking
like
sucks.
Yeah,
big
that's
areas of like the U.S. were like decriminalizing like weed and stuff. Oh, it's good. I scrolled down in the news. It's like Ohio has decriminalized everything.
they're trying to become Florida.
They
Dude,
become the
not
new
even
Florida.
Like I'm talking like they legit decriminalized heroin.
Why? What
Damn.
the fuck? What the
Damn.
fuck?
But
Just like
Delano,
back in
Just
the
like
old
center
west,
of
you could
Ohio,
just
like,
give
fuck
it to
this
a
shit
judge.
gets hard.
Like, excuse me, prospector, I should have a card. Like, I don't worry, kid. He just
Yeah.
stabs him.
Yeah. What
Delano,
the fuck?
you know LSD.
Yeah.
The first time you use it, your body builds a tolerance to it.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
if you use it once, so it's measured in tabs, right? The
Mhm.
little stickers.
Yeah, like the post.
If you take one sticker, like one tab,
Yeah.
if you use it again, do one tab, you will barely get any effects. People most
Yeah.
likely most of the time take like 2-3 tabs then,
Yeah,
and it
but
builds itself up. But the thing is that your body builds a tolerance to it so quickly that it is super hard to get addicted to
Yeah.
this shit.
because
Like
the thing with
it's almost impossible.
LSD as well, because with a lot of drugs, it's like you take them, shit, I'm having a fun time, and then when you like the day after, you get depressed because all your happiness
Fun time is
chemicals
gone.
are gone. But I don't know if it was LSD. I think it is. Bless you.
Bless you.
With LSD, it is it doesn't use all your dopamine or all your is it dopamine? I think it is.
Yes.
LSD?
Yeah,
Or-
LSD doesn't use your dopamine, but it just feels like it just
It's
adds
psychoactive.
onto it. So when you're done with the LSD, you're not depressed, but you're just like, okay, shit, this was fun. But I like it's not gonna have the same effect if I take it again. That's why you okay, you can get addicted to it, yes, but that's why getting addicted to it is almost impossible because you're not gonna do LSD for like you're not gonna be able to keep that up, I think.
It's a psychoactive drug,
That's-
so it's not it's not exactly like targeted on dopamine, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
It's
that's the
just-
thing. Yeah, it
it's
doesn't
just but it's relayed on your psychoactivity, which means it just like things that um things that you touch, things that you feel, smell, anything,
Yeah.
that will basically get stimulated.
Yeah.
And like that feeling is nice, but your body builds a tolerance up to it so quickly that at one point you will be basically fully resistant to LSD use.
Mhm.
Did you ever hear about the guy that invented it?
Well, LSD?
Yeah, so it was invented in a lab, of course, but he invented it accidentally. He was making like something to cure disease. I don't remember which disease exactly, but he made this like tab, put it
Mhm.
on his tongue, and then had it probably on his tongue for a little bit, and then swallowed it, thinking, you know,
Mhm.
Yeah.
because he didn't know, right? And then he was on his bike. He was someone was biking him home, and he said that the experience of the bike ride home on the back of this bike
Yeah.
was just like he didn't know what the fuck was happening.
Yeah.
And since then, people like thought this is just like a drug, right? People are just gonna
Mhm.
take this shit for fun.
Yeah.
But they're actually using it
There
studies
is
on
LSD is like
Aren't they
they're
using it on, like,
studying
chimps?
yeah, microdosing it. So they're not using the dosages that people
take to get like
people are
high on
taking
it
for
or
parties,
to
but
yeah, to
cure certain diseases.
yeah, no,
Which
cuz
is
cuz
insane.
I knew this. I don't know which one it was, but there is one disease that
Hold on, I'm gonna
is
look it up. Yeah, but regarding its therapeutic potential, LSD was used from the 1950s to the 1970s to achieve
Yeah.
behavioral and personality changes. LSD was used in treatment of anxiety, depression, and somatic diseases and addiction.
in micro dosing it it's very effective for like helping with those things.
Yeah,
But if you
so,
take
like,
more, you can just have
You're
a
gonna get
fucking great
chunky.
time.
yeah, it just goes back to it just has a higher probability that you will
Oh, that as
like,
well, yeah.
get fucked up on it, but it doesn't mean that it's bad. It's like if you
Everything is bad. It's just a different level of how much you need to take for it to be really bad.
yeah, and you don't trust people with that. For example, what is it called
Paracetamol?
in paracetamol?
Yeah.
It's I don't know the brand name again, but anyways, paracetamol, like, it's widespread available, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why it's widespread available is because you can't go to the doctor. You can't go to the doctor for the most little amount of pain and get prescribed a pain med. It
Yeah.
just takes too long. So paracetamol is widespread available. Take this shit. if you're in pain.
Yeah, it's just
Just-
like I bet, but that doesn't mean that it's good, because you know.
It's we do that because it is like chances of you getting fucked up on it is low. So
Yeah.
we give it to everyone and use it if you're in pain. But if let's say we did this to like all the painkillers. So if you want morphine,
Yeah,
go
that's
get
bad,
it from the store.
No, because for that you need to take a lot less for it to be
Get
fatal.
fucked.
But
Exactly, so
with
you get, like,
paracetamol,
Exactly. But even like people who are curious and like, oh, I wonder what it feels like to take morphine. They will also take this shit.
Curious George and the Morphine Incident, my favorite
Yeah.
kids cartoon.
The incident of the morphine. It's like I wonder if heroin has any kick. It does. You know, it's
yeah, yeah.
yeah. It's
I imagine it's just the monkey zooted out of his
Where
mind. Like,
fuck?
pulling
Where's
out the
that
rum.
from? That's from something, right?
most people start with
Oh,
with
that's
marijuana,
it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then they decide to see if heroin has any kick.
It does. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's people make it so crazy. I just hope like you could try these drugs, all of the drugs that we have listed.
Well, would
Try this
preferably
shit.
not the heroin and like the other ones that are.
Oh yeah.
you
But
know,
even if
But like the
No.
psychoactive drugs, if you do it regulated and like in a
No,
safe
but-
environment, then
I-
sure.
Delano, how long do you do a drug tier list, Delano?
Drug dude soon. I haven't done that many. I've done only my own meds and weed. Have I done any other? No. So I first have to do drugs for me to make a tier list.
Alright.
We've been doing this for
I want to do that, man.
Over
I
an
want to do
hour.
that so bad. I want to do that
Just-
so bad.
What, do drugs
just shoot
or
drugs
do
with Delano.
Yeah, just
No, just like
make a tier
generally
list.
speaking, if you see people, I wonder what it feels like to be on these drugs, right? But if I
Oh,
take
yeah.
them, I'm worried it will fuck up my life. For example, I can't inject heroin.
Yeah, that's the
not
thing.
an
Yeah,
option.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
I was okay. No, I'm not gonna. Never mind. Don't
He
worry.
is straight from the spoon.
It's no, but there is that feeling. It's like, what would it be like? Like I'm not gonna do it because I don't want to fucking do heroin, but I'm still curious.
I'm still curious because you see people that, at least at the hospital in my profession, you see people that are on these drugs.
Yeah.
It's really hard to feel what someone is feeling
Yeah.
in words, and it's different for everyone. So, for example, somebody broke their leg, and he said he was in the most pain he's ever felt in his entire life. Dude was 50. I'm like,
Mhm.
dude, this is so hard for me to tell because the most pain I've ever been in is like, well, how much comparable is that to the guy that broke his leg?
Yeah.
It also
like-
depends on like pain tolerance and the
Yeah, but
adrenaline in
that's
the
what I'm saying.
body.
It's different. It's different for everyone, and explaining what it feels like is hard because people have different experiences of pain. People have different tolerances, and if you're giving someone something and you have to show empathy towards someone, I want to know what it feels like. That's why I donate blood, right? Every like what is it, 8 weeks or some
Oh
shit.
yeah.
I go to
before you do that.
I go there and they get this fucking large ass needle in a vein and they get 500 cc's of blood out of it.
Yeah.
And literally the only reason for me to do that is to know what it feels like to be have a needle in me. Because I'm
So you
always
can,
because I'm
like-
giving these people needles and they're always like, oh, this shit fucking hurts. And then you miss the vein and you have to do it again.
Yeah. And then
And
they
it just
fucking
fucking
die.
hurts. And yeah, and it fucking hurts.
They're a hollowed out husk of a man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like I want to know what that feels like so I can actually show empathy. And so that's
Just
why I did it.
deflated skin suit.
And that's why I put my leg into a hydraulic press. I'm really curious what it would feel like to break a leg.
I've always, when I was younger, it was always like I want to break a leg, I want to break
You wanna
something,
be
I
quirky.
want to get glasses, and I want to have
You want
braces.
to be a
I
quirky
have
white boy.
glasses, they suck. I had braces, they suck, and I haven't broken. No, I've broken my small toe, and that was fucked because it was like 2 weeks before I had like some I did parkour, and it was like the
Big test.
no, there was like a national championship, and I couldn't participate because I broke my fucking pinky toe. It's the
Yeah,
most
but,
stupid
Crying there
shit.
looking at the bandage on the toe.
and they couldn't like put a cast on it because it's your pinky toe.
Yeah,
It's it's fucking
I think they
stupid.
probably just like attach the pinky toe to the toe next to it.
Yeah.
Like same with if you break a finger.
Yeah, dude, it's I don't know, man.
I could have had my opportunity to break a bone, but I just survived it getting hit by a car instead.
Oh, nice.
No, but it's
I just
for some
woke
people
up one
it's
day randomly crippled.
or it's just like people that are numb in their legs, right? They get into a
Yeah.
car accident, numb in their legs. I or like people that are blind. It's like, dude,
Mhm.
I wonder what it would be like to be you. And that's
As
not like
someone who
disrespect.
doesn't have feeling in half or sometimes both of their legs, it ain't fun.
Yeah,
I
is it
mean,
not?
I guess, yeah.
No.
No, but even if you
the-
put it in words, dude, it's just like
You
So
need
they
to
have these-
experience it.
yeah. You have these
I'll
you have
say
these
it's
suits.
normally it's TV stack, but there's this random moment where it starts feeling again, and it's just agony.
You have these in the Netherlands. You have these suits that replicate if you go into this suit, it replicates how it would feel like if you have dementia or like Alzheimer's disease, where you or Parkinson's.
Oh, the shit that they put on your head.
You,
Is
you
that
put it
it?
on your head.
Haptic
Yeah, it's a
feedback
suit.
suits, but for your
Mhm.
brain.
Yeah, like a suit, and you wear this shit, and it's like you can't keep your hands still because old people they have
Oh,
like
that's
this
Parkinson's,
motor.
yeah.
You have this motor problem. You walk very fucking slowly. You can't correct your posture and shit. I was gonna wear this shit, but due to
Yeah.
COVID they canceled it.
Oh, that sucks. It
But
would have been really
it would be
interesting.
so insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because then you know what it feels like to be like fucked up all the time. Now,
I actually had something like that. It wasn't like too severe, but I'm colorblind.
yeah.
And for like my final art project, I basically just went out, took a picture of the sunset, and just colored in how I saw the sunset,
Oh, yeah.
and then just put the picture next to it. And one of my classmates almost cried because there was no in between colors.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It was just hard like blocks of color.
Yeah. It's really you've always been colorblind, right?
Yeah.
So you don't actually know what it feels like to have different colors, to have like those type of glasses or what?
Nah.
No, but it's like you don't know what it's like to have
Yeah.
those
Like
colors.
my reality is completely fucking different from everyone else's.
Yeah. That's dude. I had on my first year we had this hour where a dude who like was numb below he was numb, his legs were numb, but he broke his neck, so he was basically paralyzed from the neck down.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
he was so paralyzed that he couldn't even move parts of his arms. It was fucking insane. So this guy came in and he was like I was 20 years old
Mhm.
and I could just do everything I wanted. And then I went into the pool and I did this like weird ass stupid jump. Ended up falling on my back, breaking my neck.
Damn.
And from 20, then he got this. He was paralyzed from the neck down. It was like from 20 all the way to 25. I was so depressed that if I could kill myself, then I could have. But it's very hard to do if you're a cripple, right? It's
It
quite
doesn't-
sad. So he was so crippled that it was hard for him to kill himself, or he couldn't find ways to kill himself. Anyways,
Something I
after
wonder on this. Oh, sorry to cut you off.
oh,
But,
like after
how
5
was
years,
sex for you?
sex you can't have sex.
Wait for
Dick
it.
not work if you're paralyzed.
No, yeah.
Your dick doesn't get up.
The signals
No?
from the dick to the brain don't work, so
Yeah.
the blood your brain cannot tell the
Smash
blood to go
someone
to
in
your
the
dick.
spine. Does their dick not work?
Dick don't work.
Dick broke
That's
you.
unfortunate. It's unfortunate.
Luckily, mine leans a bit to the right, so I'm good.
Yeah.
You can only get it like to a certain point.
You only get
You
broke.
know,
I
like
think-
broken
I think
headphones, you have to angle them.
No, I think if you take some meds, and you do something, you in theory you
Viagra.
can have sex, but
Yeah, but
you
it's-
won't feel a
yeah.
thing. You won't feel a thing.
It's like one of those buttons that, like, little
switch thing that like it's a
That
it's a
makes you.
surge
Oh, the
vent.
ones that porn stars use?
No. I'm not sure if porn
The
stars
what?
use it, but there's like a surgery you can do where like you can have your like how you can get erect. You can have it fucking switched like you can make it happen by like flipping a literal switch in your like
In your skin.
by your ass or something.
Yeah,
no,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
Alexa,
The
turn my balls
prostate.
on.
Imagine
That
you
one.
sit down and it accidentally switches. You just get
Wait,
it
Alexa,
wrecked.
Like you know how
Turn
like
my
you sit
balls
on
on.
your
Alexa, turn my ball. Yeah. That shit happens.
Alexa, turn on this dude's cock.
Yeah. No, but that shit fucking. But
Cyberpunk 27.
the fact that I don't know what it feels like to go from being totally mobile, being able to do whatever you want, and then going to just like in a wheelchair for the rest of your life. At that
No,
point,
but-
I had something similar, not like direct.
at that point, I'll be like, I don't know if I could make that change, man. I'll be honest.
Because it's but you'll never be able to, like feel that, even if you do get into one of those suits like the Parkinson's ones or whatever, because it's only it's like for 20 minutes at max. But those like that, if you actually have that, it's like, okay, shit, this is like every fucking time. Like I wake up, I go to sleep, I make my fucking sandwich. You won't be able to imagine. I mean, you'll have an idea, but you won't be able to imagine how it
Yeah.
would be for like your whole life, or at least be
Yeah.
very difficult.
Yeah. The things that I can experience, I will try to experience them basically
Yeah,
to show empathy to the people that have it all the time.
that's actually very cool.
That's noble.
Yeah.
But I can get my legs numb for like I was in a
Well, I mean, you can, but then
yeah, it's like I'm pretty sure that's
Forget to
permanent.
pay off
Yeah.
the mob for a bit; they'll do it for you.
But part of the class was just like knowing how it feels like to be in a wheelchair.
yeah,
And so they gave us wheelchairs, and they're like, "What the guy that sits in this wheelchair has to act like he literally can't walk.
yeah.
That's the goal, and do something with it. Actually, try to be like this guy is fucking paralyzed from the
Yeah.
neck down. Actually, try that shit.
That's difficult.
It's fucking hard, man.
'Cause
Like
it's the
even
same,
just
like-
going around, you get stared at. You can't get into some of the fucking trams because there's
Oh,
a
yeah.
fucking ledge.
Yeah.
It's fucking annoying, man. It's fucking annoying.
Yeah, but
that type
also
of
also
that type of shit, I feel like everyone should try it at least once.
it's also with like moving someone who is dead is heavier than moving someone who's alive, even if they're like trying to like act dead. And that's the same, I think, with someone who's paralyzed. I think it's like a lot. They feel a lot heavy. They're not, but they feel a lot heavier because it's just pure mass that you're trying to like carry around, and if they fall out or some shit.
Yeah. It's fucking disgusting. Thank God for every day he gave me 2 working legs.
Amen.
I was
That's
I
so-
was
yeah.
I'm sorry, Duke,
No,
but
I agree.
Yeah. Sorry, dude.
It was a skill issue. I can't be
Yeah.
mad.
it was a skill.
You
was the
max
luck of
out
the
your
draw.
skill in a different part
It's
of
the
the
luck of
skill
the
tree.
draw.
Went for charisma
I'm a
instead of legs.
charisma build. I
Yeah.
know this.
It's the luck of the draw, man.
He has
Even-
charisma. We have agility or some shit.
You guys are Dex built.
Yeah.
Do you get any money from government?
No.
You could become more disabled to try to get money from the government.
Delano,
Sorry.
I
I'm
have
sorry.
I have it hard enough
sorry.
already with
I'm
something.
sorry.
It's like a
Yeah.
random list of all the issues he has.
Yeah.
I
Something that I
remember
want.
one time I talked about it, and Fast just looked at me and said, "How the hell are you alive?"
Yeah, I remember that. That was like one of the first times you were talking about like the shit, like, yeah, my leg, my fucking, whatever. I'm colorblind. It was like, what the fuck? It was like, what?
And then
Alright.
I go and make fun of it immediately after.
Yeah.
No, but what I was saying, do you get any like what's your allowance from the government?
I don't get any.
You don't get any?
No, mostly because I just haven't applied for any.
Okay. Because
He's not
I know that
disabled enough.
I know that
That's the
I know that
income.
in the Netherlands, like they're very lenient on it. They give a lot of money. They hand a lot of money out to people with
Hey yo, what counts as disability?
just generally being like retarded or some shit.
I guess
Like
I'll pass.
yeah, you'll pass.
No, you'll
easily.
definitely pass, bud.
I no longer need
Look,
the job.
you-
He's doing the
Flying
test.
colors.
I don't need a
Should I look
job.
up monthly
No,
allowance.
The
I'm not
last
gonna do this. I'm
stream,
not
be
gonna
like,
do
Yeah,
this.
guys.
Guys, I'm disabled now, so I get money from the government.
Paralyzed.
Don't have to try to make this
disabled
streaming thing
versus-
work anymore.
You always have a free parking spot.
Oh yeah,
Guys,
that's
That
true.
is true. That is a
Guys.
bonus.
Do you ever know how fucking hard that shit is? What?
guys, Does Lightning McQueen have car insurance?
No, he doesn't.
Okay.
If he did, he wouldn't be stung in Radiator Springs
Dude,
for the
spoilers.
movie. All right.
How much is
So-
disability allowance?
Depends on the disability.
What I'm entitled to and how can I claim? The IVA benefit is 75% of daily wage. The daily wage is based on the earned salary in the year prior to the starting date of the incapacity for work with a maximum of 223 euros a day. 223
day?
euros.
Back.
Oh, dude.
223 times 7. That's 1,500 a week.
Dude,
Times that by 4, that is 6,000.
I'm
A
gonna
month.
become disabled.
And do that times 12, that is
Just cuts
70.
to me,
that
like,
is
saucing
70
with a cane.
That is 75,000 euros.
That's
what is it?
above. That's very far above
Yeah.
average income.
That is, yeah.
Life like this sure is sweet.
Yeah, just fucking in a wheelchair, like fucking
Pulling a shitty
struggling.
in the
Yeah,
wheelchair.
pulling a shitty in the wheelchair. Life
Pulling
like
the
this
fucking
sure is
manual brake
sweet.
while fucking spinning it.
I'm not gonna become disabled to get money. That'll be me.
No.
For the disabled people.
Thank you.
Yeah, I respect you.
No, you don't.
Nah.
That's on the wrong side.
No, are you actually numb from the neck down or are you numb from
Not neck down. It's more of my left side didn't grow right.
like can you like actually feel?
Not really.
But you can move though.
Yeah, I can move.
It's just
Okay.
numb.
It's just numb.
Yeah.
That's insane, man. I didn't know. I'm sorry if I offended you, but
No,
like
it's all right.
I say what comes to my mind first and that's
No,
what
it's
I
just
said.
a basic thing of my body.
It
As sad as that
broke
might be.
Yeah.
I didn't even like notice it at first. Someone had to point it out because like I just got used to it. But there was like, but after gym one day, I was walking off the soccer field and my gym teacher like, Duke, are you okay? I'm like, yeah. Why? It's like, well, you're kind of dragging your leg behind.
Oh yeah.
Stanky legging.
Stanky legging. For
Got
life.
that fucking stanky leg, and then
Eternal
next-
stanky
whip,
leg.
whip
I'm
and
fucking
Nene.
crip walking, so I just fall over.
Whip and Nene whilst walking back from the football field.
Yeah.
No, but that's fucked up, man.
Yeah, kind of, but it is what it is.
Can't do a lot about it.
Yeah. I
You
mean,
can try and get money from the government.
Or you turn into a
I might.
superhero and
There's
just
no
tank
fucking
every
jobs
flow.
where I live, so
A
either that or
fucking
unemployment
wheelchair
or
hero?
Captain Crippled.
oh, nah.
Dude, one time,
Oh,
like
that's
my
fucked up.
shopkeeper said, Duke, if it gets too bad, I can just cut it off and give you a peg leg. And some days I think about that offer.
You
Dude,
can live out
you
your
can become a
pirate
pirate,
dreams.
yeah.
I don't pay for shit anyway, so might as well.
Could be another title.
I'm
to your
I'm
name.
almost a real pirate, guys.
Just
Well,
steals
that's
a
when we close
boat
the
from the
door.
fucking harbor down there.
Alright. It's been enjoyable, boys. But
Yeah.
I kind of have to go to the gym,
That's
or
fair.
are we still
That's
like
fair.
we have time fast, but it's not gonna be a long session.
You gotta get your game.
He's
Gotta get them
sleepy.
gains, bro.
Faz is
Oh,
too
that's
tired
true.
now.
Nah,
kinda
call him a
fucked it up.
pussy. Call him a pussy.
You're a pussy.
Give him
Oh,
pre-workout.
Alright, let's go to the gym then.
All right, see, I told you.
I'll go to
Oh,
the
we're
gym
supposed
just
to
to
go
piss
to the
him
gym
off.
right now.
Yeah. What did you say?
I'll run on the
Call me a
treadmill
pussy,
and
let's go to
fall
the
on
gym.
my fucking face.
Yeah, should we go?
Alright, call me a pussy, let's go.
I knew I was probably like probability wise, I was gonna fall asleep on the podcast eventually.
Mm-hmm.
We have to
This
buy
Today
is
was the
probably
day.
our longest episode.
Thank you for giving us the knowledge about everything you have today. It was, yeah.
Do
Bless
it.
you.
Do
Cheers.
drugs with caution.
Dude, thank you. That was the ending message. This was the longest episode we've had.
This was
The one about
this was an
drugs.
eventful episode.
Yeah.
I fell asleep and then
fact,
sleepwalked.
This is D&D. Drugs and disabled.
Drugs and disabled. All right. If you enjoyed listening, you can follow or you can subscribe. You can follow our socials as well. And yeah, that's that.
I got a video coming out soon.
That's
Bye.
yeah. Bye.